What's this? What's this? Is this her fault or mine? The tempter or the tempted? Who sins most? Not she. Nor doth she tempt, but it is I. Lying by the violet in the sun, do not as the carrion does. Corrupt with virtuous season. Can it be that modesty may more betray our sense than woman's lightness? Having waste ground enough, shall we desire to raise the sanctuary and pitch our evils there? Oh, fie, 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 what dost thou, or what art thou, Angelo? Dost thou desire her foully for those things that make her good? Let her brother live. Thieves for their robbery have authority when judges steal themselves. What? Do I love her? That I desire to hear her speak again and feast upon her eyes? What is't I dream on? O most cunning enemy, that to catch a saint with saints dost bait thy hook. Most dangerous is that temptation which doth goad us on to sin in loving virtue. Never could the strumpet, with all her double vigour, art, and nature, once stir my temper, but this virtuous maid subdues me quite. Even till now, when men were fond, I smiled and wondered how.
So that was James performing from Measure for Measure. James, come and join me.
Thank you.
This is the first time we've done this. We just wanted to give you guys a little bit more insight into the actors, why they've chosen these speeches today, and what it means to them, and hopefully for you guys to be celebrating Shakespeare 400 in this way. So James, go ahead. What does it mean for you to be celebrating Shakespeare 400 in a place like this?
This is amazing. This is beyond anything I've done before. It's really cool because obviously Shakespeare, it's not just his heritage in terms of the plays he wrote and the way he contributed during his life, but it's also the way he's informed pretty much everything that comes after him as well. You can see in so many plays that are contemporary or written, say 50 years ago, 100 years ago, whatever, they all are still informed by Shakespeare and the way he wrote and his themes and his ideas. So it's not just about Shakespeare's plays, it's about the plays he inspired as well. So that's, for me as an actor, Shakespeare's greatest legacy is all the drama I get to perform, even since he stopped writing.
Amazing, cool. And what gave you the idea of choosing this speech? So Angelo, obviously villain of the piece. Yeah. What inspired you to choose this one?
Well, this one, Measure for Measure is a play that's very, very close to my heart, and it's one that's obviously it's not done as much as some of the other ones. But I actually played Angelo when I was at drama school, so this one I've got particularly fond memories of this play. I've done quite a few Shakespeares, but this one's always the one that I come back and I remember most fondly because it's the one where I, was on the cusp of going out into the world of real acting, essentially.
Nice. And I suppose from sort of for the guys out there, what does Shakespeare mean to you sort of as an actor? And obviously you're speaking about coming out into the world from drama school. Obviously Shakespeare's still a big part of training. It's something that kind of is considered staple. Do you think that Shakespeare's helped prepare you kind of for the acting world?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, there's no question if you're an actor and you've got a script in front of you, if that script is very good, it helps you do your job immeasurably, because everything you need is already there on the page. And I don't think there's any author that's more true of than Shakespeare. He gives you absolutely everything you need in terms of the language, in terms of the way the plays are structured, in terms of the characters and the human experiences you get to kind of dive into. Yeah. It's just meaty. It's all fantastically rich.
So. Great. And just so that those guys who are either watching live now, maybe just watched you doing that, or might be watching it back a little bit later on, give us a little bit of context around this speech. Where is it located in the play? What is kind of Angelo's sort of mindset here? Where is he?
Perfect. So this comes from Act 2, Scene 2 of Measure for Measure. And the Duke of Vienna, Vincentio, has left temporarily and has given his deputy Angelo all of his powers on an interim basis. And Angelo is different from the Duke in that he's very puritanical. He's got a lot of views on morality which are very strong, very strident. And shortly before this scene, Angelo has sentenced a man called Claudio to death for having sex out of wedlock. and his sister Isabella, who is a nun, has come to plead for his life, and Angelo finds himself quite taken with her, shall we say. So this is the speech is all about his internal conflict, having these very puritanical views, and then suddenly having horrendously impure thoughts about a nun.
Yeah, interesting, because it's you're playing it from the point of view in Angelo's mindset. It's just something that he's struggling with, but from an outside pair of eyes, perhaps he's hypocritical. You know, I think, but it's fascinating to hear you speak about it from inside Angelo's mind, who obviously doesn't see himself as a villain.
Certainly,
they never do.
I find Angelo very agreeable.
Well, exactly, yeah, perfect. So, guys, we're going to be on the next hour. So at 10 o'clock, we'll be doing our next session. And we hope you're going to be able to join us, share, retweet, like, send us in some questions. If we do get some questions in, we'll be able to answer them for you live on Periscope. See you in the next one.